Hello and welcome everyone to the first episode, I guess if you want to call it, of subscriber submissions. Yeah, so some of you might be wondering what you're looking at, and this is one of the first craft I received, along with, I should mention, if you have something that you want me to fly, or you want to, just upload something and, have some kind of a mission or some kind of craziness that you want to send out to me, the link will be at the end of this video, and you can send your craft to me through there. It'll be in the upper left hand corner. The upper right hand corner is for the featured person of the week, which changes obviously weekly. And yeah, so anyways, I should get to this craft. This is called the Tiberius Frigate, I believe. It was made by one of my subscribers, Mr. Jake P, and yeah, I've been messing around with it a little bit here and there, and amazing stuff. I actually think it's pretty awesome. I mean, I don't know what the actual weight limit on this ship is, to be honest. There is no real cap for me as long as it's under like 300 parts. Whatever craft you want to submit, feel free. Even if you have some kind of a mission, as long as it's not too crazy, I might consider doing an entire episode dedicated to that one thing or what have you. So anyways, I've been having a little bit of fun with this thing. I definitely think it's pretty freaking awesome. So one of the first things I should show you is yeah, so I believe it's one is a key binding. Oh yeah, key binding for the engines. Yeah. No, so the second key binding I should show you. Here we go. So this is the second key binding. Yeah, buddy. We got some friggin' rockets. I definitely have never really explored the rocket portion of this game as far as making like guided missiles and stuff like that. I do know that there are a lot of people out there that have built ships that have guided missiles and all kinds of craziness on them, and yeah, I just never really got into that in any kind of way. The one thing I would say that'd be pretty cool, but I don't know if that'd even be possible, is to somehow make this a a single stage to orbit kind of ship or something along those lines. I don't even know if it's possible, but yeah, that would be freaking awesome. So I'm going to do an IVA because I think that would just be even better, because this thing comes with not just one set of rockets, but two. Yeah, that's freaking amazing. I take it them smashing into each other wasn't exactly the best thing, but that was freaking awesome. So, what else can I go over on this ship? I mean, you guys can see it carries a pretty good amount of fuel. The one thing I thought would be kind of cool as well is to put some ion engines on here, even though, obviously ion engines really don't work out that well, and you'd have to put like a million, you'd have to put a bunch of solar panels on it, or just like a million of the thermic generators or something. But yeah, so there was another portion to this ship that I think I should mention as well, and I don't know if these work or something, but I definitely was messing around with these before, and I don't think they work for some reason or another, but that's just me. The one thing I should test out, and I don't know, it's weird because sometimes these engines will just stay running and other times they won't. But let's see if these even work. I don't think they work, but I just don't know. Maybe the thrust is just so small. Yeah, it doesn't even seem like they're working. That is kind of a bummer, but freaking awesome. Still, I do hats off to you, sir, for building this. I definitely should try to start building stuff that's kind of like this, but I just never really got around to it, and I kind of had, not to sound like a bummer here for all you guys, I just kind of had a lack of interest in doing it. But, you know, if you guys want to see some stuff like this, maybe I'll consider building something like this, or, you know, something similar, or, I mean, not the exact same kind of ship, but the idea of, you know, building kind of a more of a star cruiser looking kind of ship, or, you know, a science fiction style ship. But yeah, definitely. So let's get on with the next one in our list. And this craft, we have a jet here. It was submitted by the Foreseen One. I don't know if you want me to use your name or your just online name or whatever, but yeah, so this is kind of the first jet other than the one I was flying in the introduction to my series, or well, I should say the subscriber submission series. I have definitely, once again, I really suck at flying planes, so just give me a break here, but definitely amazing stuff. I really, this is kind of probably the best jet I've probably ever flown, honestly, because I suck at building them. And for some reason, this can be decoupled. Oh, no, that's not a decoupler. I was looking at it like it was a decoupler. I don't know what's wrong with me. No, it's got an SAS and an ASAS unit, and that, I don't understand that, but okay. If that actually helps control a lot better, then maybe I'll have to rethink some of my designs for my planes. Excuse me, wow. That's the first time I think I've ever hiccuped during a video. But yeah, no, this has been pretty fun. I have been having a lot of fun with this. I've been testing out some of these planes. It has taken me a little while to do some of these planes, but well, I should say to do some of this video, and you know, I've been really just trying to save up as many of the submissions as I can get, and you know, then just kind of release a bulk of them. So if you have, like, you know, once again, if you have like a mission, as long as it's not too intense and it won't take me like, you know, an insane amount of hours, or even if you have stuff that could possibly be something that I would send, you know, say to you know, another planet. I don't mean to say this like build something to send to another planet, but like at the end of my Joule SS Explorer, like, I do have two docking ports on there, specifically designed for a ship, you know, or not for a ship, but an aircraft to be attached, and that's mostly just to go to lathe, well, for, you know, flying on lathe or whatever. But you know, you could put a rocket-powered aircraft in there for, you know, all the other planets and stuff like that. But yeah, like, I mean, if you come up with something that is relatively lightweight that I could bring along with me, I mean, I would probably prefer somebody who actually knows what they're doing with aircraft compared to my poor attempts at trying to design a aircraft. So I was going to try to land at the airstrip. I think that's like just one thing I always try to do, and I just, for some reason, cannot do it. Maybe I'll be able to do it on here. This craft seems pretty maneuverable and built by somebody who actually knows how to build aircraft, I at least think. And yeah, I really just am not good at it. I just, there's certain portions of games where you know, where you're playing it and you kind of just don't care, or you give up. I would put aircraft in that kind of specific area in games, or at least in this game. I just, no, I fail to grasp the concept of flight in this game for many reasons, and I just, no, I know. Like I said before, I am pretty experienced when it comes down to Flight Simulator X and all of those games. I did own them at one point, the actual discs, but I lost them, so I can't actually play that game, at least I think. I lost them. I don't know. I'd have to actually look. I got like a CD book somewhere full of just old PC games and stuff like that. So, but we're definitely gonna try to land here. But Flight Simulator X, like, I was pretty good at that game. I could take off and land, and as far as I know, it's pretty realistic as far as flight is concerned. I don't know how realistic, but definitely amazing game. The Flight Simulator X. This, I just fail to grasp on all areas on how to even fly. Looks like we're sort of lined up, but I'm not sure. Oh my god. Why do I feel like I'm just gonna plummet to my death? There we go. I will say that this thing can easily be maneuvered around, which I actually kind of like. It makes things a lot easier for me. There we go. It looks like we're lined up. Probably not. Let's see. Come on. Kill the engines. Nose up. We gotta lose that speed. Nose down. No, yeah, no. I shouldn't be doing that. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. We're gonna fall short. There we go. I think we're going just good enough speed to where, you know, we're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. Bob, you know how to fly. I don't. So, we're relying on you, buddy. Oh god. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Oh, wow. Look at that. I actually landed. What just happened? I don't approve of this in any kind of way. Well, we landed. I can't say that we landed in one piece, but we landed. Come on, get off the ground. Can this thing fly? Oh, come on. Bob, we landed. You did a good job. You lived. So, anyways, let's jump to our next aircraft, which is made by me, by the way. And Minecraft, yeah. So, for those of you who haven't been subscribed for too long and all that other good stuff, the one concept and one idea that I've kind of been a little obsessed with, a little bit of an unhealthy obsession, because it's not one of these kind of obsessions that kind of just fade away or are easy to kind of cure, is solar-powered flight. And I feel like this is kind of one of the things in the game that have yet to really be mastered or, you know, really expanded upon as far as, like, the ion engine is concerned. It just is one of those things that's been kind of stuck in the same relative area ever since its addition to the game. So I've been trying to build a plane that, you know, can reach the highest altitude or a very high altitude, and also, you know, still be functional and everything else. And it is not an easy task by any means. So some of you might be wondering, basically, how am I, you know, flying around, or how am I keeping these solar panels on my aircraft when just, you know, basically the panels themselves will break off after, you know, with certain amount of wind speed or just a certain amount of movement across the surface. As long as the panels are actually aligned with the airflow, then you'll be fine. But if you move them around in any kind of way, you know, if I were to make a sharp right or left turn or anything like that, all the panels would just you know, break off. So I have been able to get about this far off the ground, and you can see that this thing moves very slow, a very, very slow airspeed. I have yet to do, you know, more improvements to it, to add on some stuff and, you know, move things around and change things and try to improve on its design, which right now it is, you know, it's still kind of in its infancy, and I will be working on it as the subscriber submissions kind of progress. So hopefully I won't have to wait too long, but until my next episode. But you can see this thing flies. It does fly. You have to give me that. It flies. It's an ion-powered airplane. Now, you gotta give me that. Now, I feel like if I decrease the wingspan, or if I did a few things, that maybe I could get some extra, you know, remove a little bit of weight in favor of, you know, basically just to get this thing off the ground. Maybe the too much lift or not enough lift. I just don't know. But it's been a kind of a fun little experiment. That's all I can say. And you can see I just shifted the wings too much. And just by doing that little bit of maneuvering, change things that much. Oh my god, we're heading towards the ground. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Now, I don't know if the solar panels themselves are actually creating that much drag on this thing. I really don't know what it is. There's probably some kind of underlying thing that I'm overlooking or something, but I'll figure it out. So anyways, guys, first subscriber submissions, amazing stuff. I really liked what you guys sent. Definitely hoping for more in the future. And yeah, so once again, at the upper left-hand corner is basically the link. It will take you to my Google Plus profile, and in my profile under info, you can find the link to my email. And I will also put it in the description or something like that. I don't know, but it will be somewhere. And you can send me your craft or whatever it is you made, whether it's an airplane or a spaceship. It doesn't matter. And yeah. So if you like what you see here, subscribe. There's always more to come. To all you new people, welcome. And yeah. I will see you next time.